night. Hope everybody had a pretty good day. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. Hope everybody's trying to stay cool as much as they can. It's been pretty toasty here all week. I think got up to 105 today here. Calling for 110 tomorrow. Definitely makes it hard to want to go outside and do anything. But went to church and then we went and did some fireworks with our daughter. And then I figured I'd go live real quick, see how everybody's doing. I got a little bit of time. Mm.
Let's tap on this. I'm not doing it now. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
I tapped it and it had like you were live.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to like tap it and.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, figured I'd get on here, see how everybody's doing. See how everybody else's weather is treating them. Hopefully you guys ain't as hot as we've been. It's been pretty bad here. You know what? Is there enough in those? Did I get enough tickets?
You got 150 of each.
I know. What did that lady today buy? She went half and half. Hey Scab, how you doing?
I got 17 months before I start the big tax on the bill.
You guess hi, Jamie. Yeah. It's okay. It's like I was just telling my mom the other day. I said, doesn't matter where I go, I'm always the last one. I said, if I go to Walmart where nobody knows me, I'm still at the bottom. Speed dip's supposed to be sticky after it dries. Yes, and that's why I don't really care for it. Any trap that I've ever messed with that someone has had speed dip on it or anything like that has been super sticky, and it's not for me. I don't like it. I've heard people say that you're supposed to dilute it more than they say, but uh, I was at a convention. I can't remember what it was, but which one it was. But there was some traps that had been speed dipped, and they were so sticky, and that stuff was so thick. I mean, I bet it had probably 2/8 inch coat on it, and it was just thick, sticky. Like you touch the trap, and it would turn your hands black. We're doing good, Scab. I really wish this heat would go somewhere else, but other than that, we're doing good. We got some rain, so our garden is starting to pop pretty good. And say they, all the ones that I've ever messed with that have been speed dipped, or the speed dip is super thick on them and they're real sticky. I bought some used traps once that had speed dip on them, and it took me forever to get all that stuff off of it. Yeah, they're calling for like 110, 112 tomorrow. I know today was at least 105, and today was, or yesterday, was 104 in the shade. So, definitely not a fan of this weather that we've been having. Sounds fun, yeah. We've sold quite a few tickets for the raffle. I think we've sold close to 400 tickets. If not more. But how's everybody's week been going? I'll tell you what, I've had something going on all week. Like my ears are clogged. I can't hardly hear anything. I've found myself going, a lot the last 2 days. Actual temp was 101 with the breeze. We need to get it. Yeah, see, yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. We had a decent breeze all day. But, yeah, our actual temp today was 101. That's what my phone was saying. Actual temp. Should have spray painted them. That'll mix the gallon and a half. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that have used speed dip. It's definitely one of those things you either love or you absolutely hate it. From what I've seen and have touched and handled, I don't really like it. Mainly because I don't like the big thick coat that it puts on the traps. I want just a thin coat, you know what I mean? I don't want to feel like my trap has bed liner on it. And I feel like that's what the speed dip is. It's like bed liner. Call that being married. Yeah. Yeah. It was bad, was it? Monday night, went to the fireworks show at our at a church camp, and it was hot. And my ears were real bad that night. Both of them were just real clogged. It felt like I had two pillows on each side of my head, just pressed up against my head. And it was just making me even harder, and I was like, this has got to end. Oh, okay. You speed dip once. Yeah. I've heard the Dakota line snare dip is a little better than speed dip, but they're kind of close to the same thing. Yeah, those traps that uh, I had that I bought used that had been speed dip. I mean, you touched them and your hands turned black. But I took some sandpaper to them. I mean, that's how hard it was to get that stuff off. And when I finally got sanded down to the metal of the pan, to where I could even read what was on the pan, I mean, there was a very good divot. I mean, it was at least an 1/8 inch thick, that speed dip was. It was just crazy. Tried doing the valve salvo trick. No. I did air candles, which that helped quite a bit, but I need to do another round of them. Pressure washer's gonna turn out, yeah. The one thing I've heard about speed dip is that it can, once you do it, it can last for like 3 years before you have to do it again. As in, like, logwood dye, you probably have to do it every year, every other year, maybe, but more than likely you'd have to do logwood dye every year. I've heard that speed dip, a lot of people go 3 or 4 years. Follow the instructions and let it never get. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that they've had to dilute it more than it says to. I know out of everything I've ever used, I just the logwood I think is just it's been the easiest, the cheapest, the quickest, and I think that's just what I'm gonna stick with. I mean, how much easier can boiling water and pouring powder in it? I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that.
What do you do?
Huh?
What do you do?
I mean,
When you dye your traps?
logwood. But I didn't dye any of my traps last year.
I need to turn some of these tickets in.
I told her, I said, she's been meaning to turn some in. She's like, oh, we're fine. She's like, just, you can do it whenever. It's like, yeah, well, it becomes a little much to keep track of.
Well, I have, like, if I sold them all, I have all sold on them.
Yeah. Hey, PA, how you doing? Appreciate everybody coming in tonight. I know it's fairly late. Plug your nose, close your lips, tighten, blow, tilt your head from side to side. Yeah. Tell you what, I did that, like, held my nose and blew real hard to, like, pop your ears. And no kidding, I felt like air pop out from under my eye. I was like, yeah, I ain't doing that again. Like, I could feel air come out from under my eye, and then, like, water started running down from my eye. I was like, yep, I'm done. I ain't doing that again.
Chicken farmer?
Chicken farmer is here.
Does that mean he's gonna give me some tickets?
No. Who's the chicken farmer? PA? Oh, Scab. I'm not a chicken farmer. I'm a chicken killer.
I need to talk to the,
Post office?
yeah.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there when I went Tuesday. It was that new guy who trained. Yeah. Well, it was kind of weird. At first, I was thinking maybe I blew a blood vessel in my eye or something. I'm not a chicken farmer, PA is. Awesome. I tried to do the chicken thing, but my cats were like, yeah, you don't need chickens. But we got a concrete cellar that is like 95% of the way completely enclosed. It's just got a spot for a door. So all we gotta do is put a door up, and I think we're gonna use that as a chicken coop. It's like 12 by 12 room, something like that. I want to get more. We're gonna take this and turn it into the chicken coop. Call it a cellar. It's where they used to store a bunch of canned goods back 50, 60 years ago. But it's concrete blocks all the way around, and it's in like a hillside.
What was that?
Huh?
It's not actually cellulose?
No. On salad, Mo. What's Mo? I know I've heard a lot of people ordering chickens online. My mother-in-law, she knows a place where you can get full-grown chickens. I think she said they're 10 months old or something like that, for like $5 a piece. So We'll probably go that route. Oh, yeah. Yeah, our farm store, our local farm store here, they're not getting any more this year. We bought ours in, it's probably May, and they said that was the last batch they were going to have.
I know, when we went in for one and came out with 11.
Yeah, we went in to get 3,
No, we went in to get one chicken,
and
make it an even 10.
they were doing half off, so we ended up buying like 11 of them. We had 20, then one died, and we had 19. And then we grew them to where they got big enough to go outside. Took them outside, and the second night our cats went in there and just killed every one of them.
Maybe put the first away.
So that was nice.
I might just do it in the morning.
Did you smell this?
No,
Why?
you're not.
It smells like black licorice.
I know, I smelled it last year.
You smell this?
It's cherry. Like persimmon.
It's cherry. So how's everybody been this week? Getting too big for bins at farm stores? Yeah. So I know there's a couple places we can go get them. We got to get the cellar set up. We got to get a door put on. I have a old screen door that I put on our chicken coop. I'll probably get it rigged up to go onto the cellar. It's a metal screen door. I say it's a screen door. It's metal, and then it has glass on the top half of it.
It is, it's a screen door.
I know, but it's not screen.
Oh,
Well, if any Chinese restaurants have selling food, we know where the meat came from. If anything, if anybody's eating them, it's me. Hey James, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Hatch 300 chickens at a time or 1,200 quail. I don't want no quail. Morning, why you trap cat? Hey, cat's pretty good. Bobcat loin. It was pretty good. Hey, Otter Cat, have you ever tried eating otter? I know I've had a lot of people tell me they didn't like it. What? $20. Just on your break. Other than that, I'm great. Awesome. How's your break going? Better than work, probably? Your neighbor loves otter? Which one is it that stinks real bad when you skin it? Is it mink? I can't remember. Somebody's telling me. I think it was mink. It smells real bad when you're skinning it. Buzzards won't even eat them. Scab says stuff eats them in his country. Yeah, Scab's a little different though. I guess if you're hungry enough, but definitely not one of my go-tos. Not one of the first things that I would grab. It's really hot. Yeah, it's been very hot here. It's been well over 100 the last 5 or 6 days. Still alive, except one got stuck behind a board, but the other two truckers all bought died. That sucks. How many chickens do you have? Mink smell to high heaven, yeah. James, if you catch a bunch of mink, their glands sell for high dollar. Uh, I know a few people that are always looking for mink glands and get to where they're having a hard time finding enough of them. Doing on so late? It's not too late. It's only 11 o'clock. If I'm on after midnight, then I'm on too late. To you, it's midnight. Here, it's only 11 o'clock. Water smells like fish most of the time when I skin them. What kind of fish? That's the big difference there. Mink only stink when you mash the glands. So, mink glands, if you smash them and they stink real bad, does that smell last or will that smell fade out over time? Like, say, over like 2 months, will that smell fade out? Because I've never messed with mink, but I've heard some things about them. Scraps and rolling in them. Yeah, coyotes usually roll in stuff that smells like mofo, though. 28 all peeps. Buddy has 3 laying 1-year-olds for me when I get one. Awesome. The glands and stuff. I know at least one person that will probably buy any meat gland that you get. One guinea. See, I've always wanted guineas, but we have dogs, and guineas and dogs don't get along. Dogs like to kill them. But we have a lot of ticks right here. Thought about getting a few yard turkeys. Maybe the turkeys would be big enough to fight off the dog. So Scab, do you let the otter feet, do you let them sit and get the stink in before you use them? Or do you throw them in your dirt hole fresh? Last a week or so, really strong. Yeah, because I know I had a conversation a while back with a few bait lure makers about meat glands and how there's a few meat gland lures out that have zero smell to them. So, not sure if you see the meat. Would have got more guineas, but those 6.9. Yeah, that's the thing about the turkeys. I was gonna get a couple turkeys. I had 4 left, but they're $8.50 each, and I was like, man. I said I'd hate to spend $17 on 2 turkeys and end up just getting killed. I'd like to catch a mink. Yeah. Just throw them in whenever it needs to be refreshed. 17 ducks. We need to butcher our mills. It's about time. Yeah. My mom's got 7 ducks. She wants them for her pond. She just lets them stay in the pond all day long. Puts them up in the pen at night. Wakes up in the morning, lets them out. And they stay in the pond all day until she's ready to put them up at night. They've kind of got a pattern going, or rhythm. Meat gland smell can't be explained. Well, it just is. So I've never smelled fresh meat gland. And I'm sure it would take a lot of mink to make a gallon of gland. I know last year I know somebody paid $1,100 for a gallon of meat glands. Well, nothing I've ever messed with. I don't plan on messing with it. If it gets bad enough, you call them dinner. Yeah. I've never had duck. I've never eaten duck, so I wouldn't know. I've uh, had quail, pheasant, woodchuck, a few other things that not woodchuck. No, I can't think of the name. Most of the time, I smell one in my trap before I get to the trap. It's crazy. They stink bad. A gallon of meat glands would go a long way. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how many minks it would take to make a gallon, but it'd have to be a lot of mink to make a gallon of gland. And in all honesty, it really just depends on how you do your recipe. But I mean, if you have a gallon and you're doing pure meat gland as your lure, if you add any kind of additives or anything like that, I mean, you're getting at least 128 1-ounce jars out of it. How would you store it to get a gallon of gland? The best way to store glands through season is to just cut them out, put them in a bucket, put the bucket in the freezer. And every time you're going to skin, pull the bucket out, skin while you throw your glands in the bucket. As soon as you get done skinning, immediately put it back in the freezer. And then once season's over, then you can pull it out and do what you need to do to it. Whether it's, grind them up or whatever you want to do. Sell them the way they are. Use them. But yeah, just keep them froze. You can use anything. A little bucket, a coffee can. Rather skin a skunk. See, skunk don't bother. The only thing I've ever skinned that kind of got to me a little bit was possum, and that's just because they're disgusting. Now you just cut the whole gland off and throw the whole gland in the bucket. You don't need to cut the gland open or anything like that. Just throw the whole gland in the bucket. And depending on it's different because if you're wanting to sell the gland, if you know somebody that wants to buy it, talk to them and see about what they want. Because some lure makers use different glands. Some don't want some glands and some want other glands. That makes sense. Like, most of your lure makers, they'll want like your whole, how do you want to say it? The reproductive linings, I guess you could call it. But, yeah. But a lot of lure makers only want certain glands. Some don't really care, but mink is something that I don't really know anything about. I mean, I'll admit it, I don't know anything about mink. I kind of know how some people make mink sets, but other than that, I don't know anything about mink. I've never messed with one. Kind of like Fisher. I don't know a whole lot about Fisher. Um, what I do know is a lot of people like to bait them with beaver-based bait and use a skunk lure of some sort. But I don't know much about Fisher either. Scab, it don't matter. Uh, it don't matter to me. It's whatever you want to do. If you want to strain it and keep rendering it, that's fine. If you just don't want to mess with it and want to send it, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah. Anything like that. Any skunk lure. There's only like 100 different skunk lures out there. Still got some floaties. Yeah. And say it's whatever you want to do. It don't matter to me. Caught your fish with bobcat lure and hellfire. Yeah. Say we don't have Fisher around here. My main goal for this season is to try and get at least 2 good properties to trap. So I tell people I'm gonna base what I want my numbers to be based on what properties I get to trap. If I get to trap the property that I was on last year, I'm gonna hope I can get 20 coyotes just off that place, but it just depends. Bobcat, beaver, yote and gray. Awesome. Is that what all you've caught, Jamie? Put a drop of hellfire on a branch above my set. It's supposed to get real cold that night, yeah. That's what you're yet to catch. Oh, you haven't caught a coyote yet? I thought you caught a coyote. You drink it? Good job. So what's everybody got planned for this weekend? 400 rats, 20 meat, 25 beaver, 3 yarder, and 1 bobcat next season. Awesome. I would like to catch at least 2 bobcats. I only caught 1 this last season. It was my biggest one yet, but yeah, a lot of things like skunk. I'd like to catch quite a few skunks too. I'll make a skunk hat. I got somebody I'm wanting to make a skunk hat for. I had one priced last year, and Otter cat. I think all you'd have to do is catch one, wouldn't you? I don't think he got one last year, did he? I know he said he just missed one or two. He had tracks right by his traps. Had tracks right by his traps. 2 reds, a fisher, and a ton of possum and house cats. Yeah. I catch a lot of possums and a few feral cats. This is really cold for some reason. Yeah, I usually use skunk when it's cold outside. Skunk, I think, is real good in like January. Skunk lures. I think if you have like a mild skunk lure in like December, it does really good. And then come January, like a full skunk lure does good. So like in December, I used a lot of the Highway 90 Roadkill. And in January, I used quite a bit more of the Trapper's Gold. Until I started using the Kryptonite, and then I just started using pretty much it the last week and a half of season. You guys can actually do it this season, or just flip each other's shot. Yeah. Say if either one of you catch one mink, you're doing better than me with mink. Because I'm pretty sure we don't even have them here. Not 100% sure, but I've never seen one that I can remember. You like to catch 25 otter? Yeah, I don't know. See, I've never spent much time around the creeks and stuff here. Thank you. See ya. Tomorrow's Thursday. It's too hot outside to do anything, so. What about you? I need to make some hot sauce tomorrow. No, I haven't. Let me just show you how to do it so you can make it. So I don't trust. Right before. A banana. Top it with this. So it has a cap 30 for my region and 3 for Tampa. That's crazy. Found some perfect creek land for otter and beaver that I found out. It's been trapped by Claudie for the last 30 plus years. You what?
Adios.
Alright, we'll be there in a little while. You'll be long gone sleeping by the time I get there. You'll probably be asleep in 3 minutes. Chase bobcats, but this year looks like it will be mink. Yeah. So I think I'm more of a, all in all, more of a coyote guy. I like to catch everything, but I'd say I'm more of a coyote. That's probably more of my specialty, I guess you'd call it. Of all the things I catch. My main goal this year is to, learn more. I always have more stuff that I want to learn. Scab, isn't all the land you trap, it's all public land, ain't it? And then some private land for next season. Yeah. Won't have to worry about people taking sawzalls as your traps if you do that. Well, won't have to worry as much. I guess I should say. There's still that chance. Alright, James, I appreciate you coming in. Hope you have a good rest of your night. And have fun at work. We'll see you on the next one. See you in another 5 months. So what months does everyone's trapping season start? We start in November in Missouri. And then some people start in October. We start November 15th. November 1st. It's awesome. Summer, January. Oh yeah, our prime is definitely January. After bear season. I start the first day of November just because I love trapping. But I won't really hit it hard till probably mid to the end of December. My better properties I won't move on until, the end of December or so. I might try to stack up all my raccoons and stuff early season. I'd like to catch probably 50 raccoons this year, maybe more. I don't really, specifically target them hard. I just kind of put traps out, and if I catch them, I catch them kind of thing. But there's something that we have a ton of around here that definitely need to thin them out. But we'll see. I kind of just play it and how it comes. All the land that I trap is private, but it's owned by the people. So some of them have certain times I gotta wait until I can go set on the property, but it is what it is. Alright, Otter Cat, I appreciate you coming in. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you on the next one. Lay out your dog and cat sets. Awesome. I'm probably gonna head off to bed here in just a minute. I've been staying up too late. Makes me tired. I don't handle the staying up so late. I don't handle it as good as I used to. Used to I'd stay up till 3 and wake up at 6 or 7, I'd be good, but now if I do that by like 3 in the afternoon, I'm like wore out. That's good, Scam. I wish we was getting thunderstorms. We need more rain. It's so hot here, the rain we got just dried up overnight. Oh man, I'm getting there. I was at my brother and sister-in-law's last night, and that's kind of what me and my brother-in-law figured out, that we're just starting to get old. Can't do the things that we did, 10 years ago. I don't know if I've gone too hard for too long or what it is, but the last few months I feel like the last few months I ain't got enough energy to do anything anymore. Can't wait to see what I'm saying 20 years. Yeah. In 20 years, I might actually start taking naps during the day. I'll be almost 50 in 20 years. My brother-in-law is, I think he's 34. That's funny because I'm the kind of guy that if I like accidentally fall asleep and sleep for like 20, 30 minutes and wake up, I wake up mad. Because I'm like, the things I could have done in that time, other than sleep, just makes me mad. But it was this. I don't mind napping. I don't mind like taking a nap in the car and stuff because it's like, what is there to do right now, anyways, but stare at the window. So I don't mind taking a nap in the car, but like if I'm sitting in a chair or something and I fall asleep, that makes me mad. Why not plain old spray paint after the degrees? Spray paint them up. You can do that. Lots of people spray paint their traps. The only downfall I've had with me spray painting them is the spray paint comes off easy. So like once you get a catch, the spray paint is easy to rub off. But it might also have a lot to do with the quality of spray paint you get. I just bought some cheap spray paint for my dog proofs and decided I wanted to spray paint a couple of my footholds to see how I like that. And the first one I caught a raccoon in. By the time I got there, he had probably 75% of the spray paint on the trap wore off. So I was like, well, that didn't work too well. Maybe it would have done better if I had put 2 coats on it. I don't know. So there's 100 different ways to do traps. Whatever works for you, do it. Don't let somebody else make you change it because they tell you the way you do it's wrong. Like me, I don't wax my traps. I will, uh, my traps, I'll boil them in vinegar to clean them off and get them rusty. And then I'll just dye them with logwood dye and call it good. Letting the paint cure for a few days. Yeah. See, I didn't do that. I spray painted them one day and set them the next, and then caught a raccoon that night. So from the time I spray painted them to the time I caught a raccoon was about a day and a half. But yeah, that's the way that I plan on doing it this year. Just boiling all my traps in vinegar and hang them, let them rust up, and then dye them in logwood. Now my dog proofs, I'll spray paint those again. Alright, later PA. Appreciate you coming in. Hope you have a good night and I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, I don't use acid. I know a lot of people do. So when it comes to prepping traps, I mean, there's 100 different ways to do it, and none of them's wrong. They all work. You might try something that, you end up liking better than what you did before, but I mean, they all work. See, I boil my traps in vinegar, so it don't take very long. From the time I put my traps in the vinegar to the time they're rusty enough to uh, die is 30 minutes. So a lot of times, I might go, an hour sometimes. I'll let them, depending on how dirty they are. If they're new traps, I'll let them boil in the vinegar for, maybe 5 minutes. If they're pretty rusty, I'll probably let them boil in the vinegar for 15 minutes. I'll take them out. I'll take a wire brush to them for about a minute. Put them back in the vinegar for probably another 5, 6 minutes. Take them out and let them hang dry. So, I mean, I can take a rusty trap to dying in an hour. Because when I put in the logwood dye, I only let it sit for maybe 10 minutes in the dye while it's boiling, and then I'll pull it out and hang it. Then I'm good to go. I could do it in under an hour, but I mean, I'm not just trying to super rush it to get it done as quick as I can. But I can probably do a couple dozen traps all the way in 2 hours. I'm probably going to head off to bed here in just a second. I'll probably let this run over an hour. And head off to bed. It's at 57 minutes. Uh, so, I'm getting pretty tired. I know I'm still young, but so lure making ingredients are going up. Some of them are going up a lot. Which I'm not too happy about. So it is what it is, but it's a little frustrating. Yeah. I got a minute and 5 seconds. And then I'll be over an hour. And then I'm going to head off to bed. It's been kind of a long day. No, it's been a long day. It's been one of those days I've been everywhere. But reconnecting. Oh, here's something for you, Scab. Here, the last just a couple of days. My schedule flipping this couple of days. One more. Okay. I've had a few people messaged me and asked me about a certain somebody and what's going on. So, yeah, I just tell them it is what it is. Yeah, my schedule's different every day. I just got another message, and that's what reminded me. Just tell them it is what it is. So, Scab, did they ever get your VA thing figured out? You said that they were looking at a different doctor or medication or something like that. Did they ever get that figured out? Well, you know what they say, you can't fix stupid. Yeah. Oh, I know. It is what it is. That's all I have to say anymore. We did have the 4th of July. I can't remember where it was. It wasn't in our district, but it was in our county. There was a kid that got injured with a firework. The call was a firework injury to the left hand, and the hand is unrecognizable. So, it's pretty bad. They said that they instructed the parents to wrap it up as tight as they could with whatever, and then one of the paramedics got there and said that he had it wrapped up tight with gauze and said that the hand was unrecognizable. They're just moving my primary from Raleigh to a closer doctor. 45 minutes is a whole lot better than 3 hours. I think from like where I live, the VA is about an hour. Gotta go to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Like a guy blew fingers off when he was a kid, yeah. My dad knew somebody that got hit in the eye with a bottle rocket. Yeah, I see your messages. You said just made it home. I've only seen 2. Had to reconnect. The messages I've seen said just made it home, and then you said you seen my message. You had to reconnect. I some a notification popped up on my phone. I tried to swipe it, and it clicked on it instead, I guess. So I disconnected the live, and I had to hurry up and get back. Some kind of one of those spam emails. You know, come spend $200 here and get a 2% off coupon. One of those stupid things. Some connection problems, yeah. That's the story of my life. Yeah, scam, I don't know. It's one of those things people keep asking me, and I don't know, it gets kind of old repeating it. I don't say all of it, but the the main part of it, it gets kind of old repeating it over and over and over. 40 spam texts from him. The problem with like spam calls and spam texts is like if you get a spam call and you accidentally answer it, you're screwed for the next like at least 3 hours. You're screwed. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you heard me, but I was told Scab that the last couple of days I've had people messaging me and stuff asking me what was going on. And it reminded me because I just got another message asking about it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I I don't know. I said I don't know. It's one of those things that it all happened within 5 minutes and it was over. I never said, and within the whole 5 minutes, I never said a word. You know, like I said, it is what it is. Said I haven't said anything about it publicly. I don't really plan on it because I'm not trying to, what would you call it, get uh, content over drama because people love drama. And I'm not gonna, use that to get content like a lot of other people do, like he is obviously. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it didn't end on the live either, but it is what it is. I know I had a few people. I guess he went live over last weekend and was talking a bunch of crap, and that's when people started asking me what was going on, kind of thing. And I guess he was, saying things that wasn't true, but it is what it is. I mean, if he thinks he needs to talk bad about me to get attention for whatever reason, go for it. It don't bother me. I'm not here to prove anybody. I'm not here to prove to anybody. And I'm not going to mention names. I'm not going to say anything about it because what's the point kind of thing. Yeah. That's my thing. Like I after a few people asked me and kind of told me what was going on, I kind of just skipped through it real quick and was watching pieces of it. And there was like going out of his way to talk about me negatively. It wasn't even like somebody had asked the question, like he was going out of his way to bring it up to talk crap about me. And like I said, it is what it is. I don't I don't want my name to be associated with that. I mean, uh, I kind of told my wife, I said, I hope he just burns the banner, honestly. He gave it away, awesome. I mean, that's just somebody else is going to hang it and, whatever. But uh, I told my wife, I said, I don't care if he just throws it in his fireplace and burns it. said I don't want my name anywhere around his. So, like I said, his live last weekend, he was saying things on there that weren't true, but it is what it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's I get it. I know. Uh, when I was skipping through there and trying to watch the pieces that you know talked mentioned me or whatever, I seen a part where he's talking about somebody that was doing a mount for his deer head, and he said that I told that guy to just take the deer and shove it up his, and he can go fuck himself. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much how you act towards everybody. And then you wonder why so many people don't like you anymore. Because you go from 0 to 100 for no reason. My brother said that he sounds like he is bipolar. I said, it wouldn't surprise me. I said, if people are expecting me to make a YouTube video or a post or something about it, I'm not going to, because I'm not in that. That's not what I do. I don't really care. I'm not gonna put attention on that or him. I'm not gonna use his name for anything. I'm not gonna mention it. Because quite frankly, I don't care. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, and I don't know, there's a lot going on there. Because, like I tell people, I don't know, I don't want to, I'm not going to talk about it. Yes, they did look tasty. We went, on the 4th of July, we went to the church camp firework party. We had some pulled pork that was made out of pork butt that one of my friends smoked, and had some brats and some cheeseburgers and a bunch of other stuff, and it was pretty good. Yeah, I bet. There's a lot of chicken. It'd take a lot of people to eat that. Would you say you had like 11 chickens or something? Yeah. All 5 to 7 pounds. Yeah, it's a lot of chicken. It's a whole lot of chicken. Then we went to my in-laws, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my mother-in-law was there last night, and we had some barbecued ribs and steaks and stuff, and that was really good. And daughter got to swim in the swimming pool. She loved that. They had a ladder. It's a 4-foot pool, And it's got a ladder that goes up the side of it. And she was getting up on the platform of the ladder and jumping off in the pool. I was just laughing. Stuffed the inside with bell peppers and smoked sausage. Awesome. Gave the chicken. Oh. Did you tell them that they needed to bring it back and trade out for chicken? Say, not my sausage. Not my sausages. You didn't get any sausage? But I forgot at the store, sausage, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna get some sausage today too, and I forgot, but there's always something. My dad ended up with it. Oh, that's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny. I'm not a huge seafood guy. My wife is. My wife likes uh, shrimp and crab and stuff like that, and crawfish. I'd rather have like a brat or a cheeseburger or a good steak. I'll take some fried fish, like um, fried catfish or anything like that. Fried crappie, cod. Fresh shrimp everywhere around here in a couple of weeks. And you probably get a pretty good deal on it too, don't you? They're pretty good. Oh, and that shot of Pineapple Death the other night didn't really have any effects on me at all the following day. If you know what I mean. Not the way that I would thought it was going to. Sell it on the side of the road out of the back of a truck. Whatever the buyer don't want to give them a good price on. Well, that doesn't mean I'm going to do it again. I seen some habanero hot sauce at the store today. Told my wife, I said I should get that and do a shot of it. She just gave me a dirty look. I was like, what? I still got a few of these. I've eaten a little over half of them. I'm wanting to give one, let my brother try them. Yeah. The buyer already has so much of whatever style. Times they're still jumping in the cooler, they're so fresh. That's crazy. So there's a lot of shrimp by you, is what you're saying. Do you like crab and stuff like that too? Octopus? Squid? Get a bit of the pineapple death in my hobo beans yesterday and they got some heartburn, yeah. That's the one thing I told my wife I was worried about was heartburn. And I didn't get any heartburn, which kind of surprised me. I said, I'm not worried about this or the other, and I said the heartburn's what gets me. That's what keeps me up all night, but luckily I didn't get heartburn. It's probably because I drank milk right after it. I'm sure if I wouldn't have drank milk, it probably would have gave me some heartburn. Milk is usually the best thing for me when it comes to heartburn. Usually if I got heartburn, I can take like 1 or 2 drinks of milk and it'll be gone. You like fresh squid? I'm gonna pass on that. I'm just not a huge seafood guy. Scab, do you like shark? Have you ever had alligator? Make some angry chicken with it tomorrow. Awesome. Does your wife like spicy stuff? I have about 1 whole chicken left. Well, that's not too much then. I made some, can't even remember what day it was. I made some, barbecue pulled venison. It was really good. Every time I make it, we have leftovers that last a few days. Your wife hates spicy food. That's funny. That's my wife. She likes to try liking spicy food, but her acid reflex doesn't do good with spicy stuff. And yeah, like a couple of jalapenos to her meal is sometimes too much. Or like the zesty pickles, sometimes that's too much for her. Sorry, I'm playing with this little tape measure. That's what's flipping in front of the screen. So it can be okay or it can be not so good. Gator tail is delicious. Yeah. See, that was my dad. He said that he'd had gator once. He said it was amazing. So he bought some more and brought it home to eat. And he said that was disgusting. He's like, so I guess you gotta eat it fresh or something. He's like, because what I brought home was not good. But anyway, I think I'm gonna head off here tonight. Frog legs one night. Awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head off here tonight. Appreciate you guys coming in. I'll see you guys next time. I got to message this person. The same thing that I have a few people. Again. Freshness is key with most seafood. Yeah. You don't like going to Walmart and buying it out of the freezer? But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And good rest of your week. I don't know when I'll be live again. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. But anyway, I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.